We all want to be successful, right? There are so many different opportunities and ways to do that. So how do we find the right path for us? How do we get clarity in terms of what we should do in life and career? Let me tell you something that I have discovered about success and the notion of success that has completely changed my approach to life. Success is defined as reaching the goals that you have set for yourself. And the key is in that definition. You need to be clear about the goals that you have for your life and for your career and have a clear vision of what success looks like. What are those goals? However, our vision for success of what we want for ourselves, what will make us happy and feel successful, gets clouded by external and internal expectations as well as symbols of wealth and status. And as a result, our definition of success is basically a pile of different expectations that are putting pressure on us and are actually contradictory and are unrealistic. And I think as a woman, I understand that so well. You know, there's so many different expectations on your career, on your visual appearance and all that stuff. It's just all these expectations that pile up and that creates that distorted vision of what success means to us. As a result, a lot of us end up feeling overwhelmed and disoriented. We often don't know what to prioritize and simply freeze, carrying that baggage of unnecessary expectations and feeling bad about ourselves because we're not pursuing them or we're not pursuing them all at once, or you know what I mean. That's not a great way to live your life, right? And these expectations can come externally, so from your friends, family, colleagues, high school teacher, the society, etc. And they can come indirectly. You might be assuming that those people expect these things from you, or they can also come from you, so internally. In order to live a fulfilling and successful life on your terms, you need to be able to get rid of all of those expectations and define what success means to you from a clean slate. You need to create a clear and detailed vision of that destination that you'd like to reach. And that is the secret to success and to feeling successful that a lot of people don't take the time to do. Once you define it, it feels liberating, and it becomes much easier to select which opportunities and which projects you should pursue, and much more fulfilling when you reach your goals because you are very clear on what you'd like to achieve and you are reaching those milestones. You see, you can't embark on a journey without having a destination in mind because you will simply get lost and disoriented. And while that journey and that destination and your vision of success might change throughout your life, this approach gives you clarity and maximizes your satisfaction from life. I've been doing a ton of research on the subject, and I've created my own theory on how you can define success. And using that theory, I have created an online course on the topic, taking you through the full process of how to define your success with a ton of awesome exercises. You can find the link to the course in the description if you'd like to check it out. I've also created a free course which has some of the exercises from the full course, which will be great for anyone who's looking for more clarity on their definition of success. Again, the link to the free course is also going to be in the description. Both of those courses have exercises helping you get rid of those expectations, sharing my theory behind success, and helping you define the 3 foundational pillars of success. Long-term success, your life priorities and goals. Short-term success, that feeling of everyday success. And finally, fulfillment, fulfilling your purpose in life. I believe that defining your vision for those 3 components gives you a full picture of what you should aim for in life, and defining your goals in those areas will give you the clarity that you're craving. Try doing it yourself, and if you'd like more structure on how to define it, check out the free course that I've created. Again, the link is in the description. The reason why I started doing this work is because I had a pretty conflicting moment in my life. At some point in my life, I decided to leave the conventional trajectory towards success. At the time, I was working at Google, my dream company. I was living in London where I had a ton of friends. I was working on awesome projects and traveling a ton for work and pleasure, and got to see my family in Russia very often. From the outside, it must have looked like I was super successful, but on the inside, I was empty. Because at the time, I was in a long-distance relationship with my then boyfriend, now husband, who was in Denver, Colorado, while I was in London. So I believe that's 7 hours of time difference and at least 8 hours of flight. We were doing long distance for about 3 years at the time, and we did see each other every few months or so, but still, we didn't live in the present moment. I remember I specifically lived in my phone, and I lived in the future when I will be with him, which is not a great way to live your life, right? You need to be happy every single day. We were both looking for opportunities to move closer together, but there was nothing that we could find that seemed to be interesting in terms of our career growth. Until one day when this one program ended up in my email. It was called Global Entrepreneur in Residence. It was at the University of Colorado, and the description was pretty vague, but it looked like something very different than what I was doing at the time at Google. However, it looked interesting, intriguing, let's say, and it was part-time, which gave me the other part of my working time to work on my business. So I applied, and months later, I ended up getting in. My friends and family didn't really understand what I was doing. I was leaving a great job at a great company with awesome growth opportunities for something completely different and unknown. Was I throwing away my career? I'm not going to lie, I was confused as well, but something inside of me knew that I had to take the step. I needed to give our relationship a shot, and we just got married, so I guess that was the right decision. And at the same time, the entrepreneurial side of me woke up. I've always been curious about entrepreneurship, but I never felt like I was good enough. And now I had this opportunity to try it out while being paid a salary. Why not do that, right? That's when I realized that the conventional paths to success aren't for everyone. And in order to maximize our happiness, we need to be able to define what success means to us, getting rid of all of those external expectations of people who want the best for us, but still they don't really understand what you want, what will make you happy, what your definition of success. So back then I started that exploration of the notion of success for myself, and the courses that I have ended up creating are the result of all of that work and of my own journey. Since I've been able to define what success means to me, I've been so much happier and feeling so much more free. I don't try to impress anyone or fit any mold, and I'm able to filter out opportunities and projects that come my way much easier because I know what's important to me and I know what will be distracting me from my goals. And I urge you to do the same. Define what success means to you in a structured way. And of course, both of my courses will help you do that. You can start with a free one, and once you feel like you're ready to take the next step and dive deeper into the subject and do more exercises, you can always take the full course. And by the way, once you get the full course, you will have lifetime access to it, so that in case if your definition of success changes, because it will happen, it is very likely to happen, then you're able to redo those exercises and recalibrate your direction, recalibrate that destination. Don't let life get away from you. The earlier you do this, the more successful you will be. And most importantly, successful on your terms, enjoying life every single day. Let me know in the comments if you've been able to get rid of all of the unnecessary expectations on your vision of success and define it for yourself. Like this video if you've enjoyed it, share it with your loved ones, and of course, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. We can also be friends on other social media. You can find me as Coding Blonde. Have a wonderful time of the day you're currently experiencing. Bye.